Right now on DC News Now at 4, rain and storm is moving in tomorrow. Meteorologist Scott Sumner is tracking the timing.
A family is demanding answers 1 month after their loved one was killed in a U.S. Park Police pursuit. The changes and charges they're looking for.
Plus, some DC streeteries coming down.
We're estimating the total cost of the breakdown, building the new one, and the permits that DC is going to charge is going to be around $100,000.
Why these outdoor patios are disappearing from DC streets. And construction crews are working to dismantle the Freedom 250 event structures around the National Mall.
It's impressive how fast that they're able to take it down after it was just up. So,
while you'll still see the closures for the rest of the week.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall. Let's start off with a conversation with meteorologist Scott Sumner. And Scott, obviously the weather continues to be a big talker in the region over the weekend. We had major power outages affecting thousands of families. Hopefully most of those folks are back online.
Absolutely, Mark. Still dealing with that, although they have come down even since the noon show when you and I were on air. In Anne Arundel County, 700 estimated power outages there, about 100 in the district itself. Otherwise, everybody else has regained their power, thankfully so. We've had a quiet 24 hours. We'll continue to be quiet several more hours as we go into the evening hours. 86, mostly cloudy skies being seen outside our weather window from a rooftop camera looking west towards Roslyn, and we'll see that 86 slide through to about the lower to middle 70s here overnight tonight for the Beltway. Clouds will be on the increase. Humidity will slowly be on the increase and the uptick here over the next couple days. And then tomorrow we bring in the storms. And what do we need for storms? We need some moisture. We'll have that. We'll need an unstable atmosphere. We'll have that as well. And a way to kickstart the atmosphere, we'll have that as well, with the front starting to work its way closer to the area. So all three elements and ingredients that I showed you there are leading to what the Severe Storms Prediction Center has put into place here, an enhanced risk. And you remember Saturday also was an enhanced risk for much of the viewing area. I'll break down what that means for us in the main weather coming up. But tonight, if you're walking a dog, no worry about storms. A dry evening, clouds will be on the increase, and temperatures will be into the 80s for both you and Fido. We'll talk more about tomorrow's forecast, of course, coming up in just a little bit. Plus, a look at the 7-day. Mark?
All right, Scott, thank you. Former Olympic canoe racer from Bethesda will go on trial this fall. He's accused of damaging the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. A D.C. judge set David Hearn's trial for September 28th. Hearn has pleaded not guilty to the felony property destruction charge, while his attorneys argue the case is politically motivated and are asking for it to be dismissed. If convicted, he could face up to 10 years in prison. Well, it has been 1 month since a food delivery driver was killed in Northwest D.C., caught in the middle of a U.S. Park Police chase. And while the suspect who hit him was initially charged with murder, the charge was later dropped. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone live outside of the D.C. courthouse. Marielle, the man's family demanding answers tonight.
Yeah, Mark, they are. They say that this is a clear case of murder, yet no one has been held accountable for it. So at this point, they are demanding a few things, including that the names of the officers involved in that chase be released and that any video footage being used in this investigation also be released to the public. Now, 46-year-old Norberto Mesa is a food delivery driver. He was killed on June 20th when he was caught in the middle of a U.S. Park Police pursuit that crossed the Taft Bridge. At the time, Park Police said that the suspect vehicle crossed into oncoming traffic and struck a person operating a moped. That suspect was wanted for driving a stolen vehicle. Now, he was arrested and initially charged with second-degree murder, but that was released, or he was released rather, and the charge was dropped while the U.S. Attorney's Office waited for more evidence. Charges in the stolen vehicle case were also dropped. Attorneys for Mesa's family are calling for accountability again for someone to be charged in this and for an end to an executive order that expanded Park Police's authority to pursue suspects like this.
There have been 9 dangerous police chases here in D.C. since that executive order last year, and 2 fatalities. How many people have to die until we realize and understand that this is a public safety emergency?
And I reached out to the U.S. Attorney's Office for an update on this investigation, asking if they are going to be filing those charges. No response today. We also know that the park police are reviewing their pursuit policy. The chief told us that last month in response to this case, but as of today, there is still no update on that review. Reporting live from the courthouse, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. Fairfax County Police have arrested a man they say is responsible for a string of car break-ins at gyms across Northern Virginia. Investigators say 29-year-old Kumnagar Ayasol stole wallets and credit cards from unlocked cars, then used them to buy gift cards. He faces 32 new charges and nearly 200 related charges across the region. And a family of 6 is without a home after an early morning fire in Silver Spring. Montgomery County firefighters responded to Maydell Court just after 5:15, where they found smoke and flames coming from the front of the home. 3 adults, 3 children escaped unharmed. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Well, Fairfax County grand jury has indicted a man accused of killing his 3-year-old daughter. Prosecutors say that 28-year-old Misael Lopez Gomez now faces charges of aggravated murder and child abuse. Fairfax County Prosecutor Steve Descano says that cases like this are so rare that they warrant the possibility of a higher penalty. Department of Homeland Security says that Lopez Gomez is a Guatemalan national who was in the U.S. illegally. Police say that the infant died from blunt force trauma. Trial date has been scheduled for July 23rd. Well, the Food and Drug Administration stepping back from an earlier statement that indicated that the presence of Cyclospora in a sample of lettuce from Taylor Farms. Well, the FDA now says the detection it reported over the weekend was a false positive, and the parasite has not been identified in test samples at this point. Taylor Farms says the agency has apologized. This comes after the company voluntarily recalled its iceberg lettuce grown in central Mexico amid the outbreak. Taylor Farms is a major supplier of lettuce to retailers and restaurants, including Taco Bell. Testing continues on other samples of Taylor Farms supplied lettuce. Well, Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge is being rebuilt more than 2 years since a deadly container ship crashed, brought it down. Today, Maryland Governor Wes Moore hosted a tour of the site with members of the state's congressional delegation and also other leaders. A March 2024 collision killed 6 highway workers and cut off traffic to one of the U.S. largest shipping ports. The rebuild is expected to cost several $1 billion. Officials are aiming for a completion date sometime in 2030. Well, after all of the excitement of Spain's World Cup win, crews are now tearing down the Freedom 250 FIFA fan zone in Great American State Fair on the National Mall. Work continues to dismantle the temporary structures. And DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is live there with more on the cleanup and traffic impacts. Sticking around. Liberty, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mark. Well, you will still see some extended road closures around the National Mall until the end of the week. You can see the construction crews working behind me to dismantle the Freedom 250 structures, creating a few more days of headaches for drivers and pedestrians. Now, the National Park Service says that the road closures are needed to ensure worker and public safety during the removal and clearing of the site. They say the work involves moving and loading heavy equipment, staging debris from disassembly of temporary structures, and trucks moving in and out of the event site. Now, visitor access will be restricted at the Parklands National Mall panels along 3rd Street and 4th Street, National Mall panels between 4th Street and 14th Streets, Madison Drive Northwest and Jefferson Drive Southwest between 7th and 14th, 12th Street between Madison Drive Northwest and Constitution Avenue, as well as 12th Street between Jefferson Drive Southwest and Independence Avenue. Meanwhile, this DC local said he is sad to see everything go.
Well, I'm going to miss the FIFA fan zone. I was here for the U.S. Game against Bosnia-Herzegovina, and it was wonderful. Yes.
Now, if you do want to get through those areas, though, the public is allowed to pass through after going through security. And coming up in the next hour, Mark, we'll hear from some of the folks who have been trying to get around all of these closures.
Well, Liberty, there's always something going on down there. Are there any closures in place for that upcoming Grand Prix?
Well, Mark, funny you ask about that because we're already seeing the parking signs, or no parking signs, I should say, up here along 3rd Street. You can see dates restricted up here for the Freedom 250 Grand Prix. So even though this is all being dismantled, there will still be more road closures ahead. Back to you.